Hey, Holly.
Hi, Dave.
Welcome to the Pasadena Daydream pregame festival.
Tailgate party? No, Pasadena Daydream Festival pregame show.
Okay, we have to do some research for these bands that are going on.
Yeah, we do.
That are going to be playing. Do you know any of these bands? I mean, I know you know The Cure.
Intimately. Can I just handle The Cure and you can do all the other bands?
Well, that leads me to what we're going to do right now.
Oh. No.
In this envelope right here, I have all 10 bands that are playing. Okay?
Okay.
We will split this up. You will get 5 bands. I will get 5 bands. And your job will be to give me one song that you find interesting or fascinating, or I don't know, if you find some little tidbit of fun fact to give to us, then that will be wonderful.
Right now, or do I get to research it?
Right now. No. Okay, so here's spoiler alert. This is a week before the pre-game show, or actually 2 weeks. You have 2 weeks to do some research. These are the bands I have in this envelope. You're going to pick 5. I'm going to pick one. We'll alternate. And then you will give me a song, find out something interesting about the band.
Got it.
Find out if you are indeed a fan, or if you want to see the band, or if you're like, I think I want to skip on this band.
I'm not at all interested. Okay, I got it. Okay, I thought you were trying to ask me questions on the fly about,
I would never do that to you. I know
Emma Ruth Rundle.
I know. Well, I might need to ask you some questions about her, because if you draw her, because you will suddenly become an expert on her.
I can't wait. I'm very excited. I'm just glad I don't have to do this right now as I'm drawing the names.
I know. I know how you operate, so that's why we're doing it like this. But it's fun to have a live drawing. I know you like Vegas, and you.
I want to win.
I know.
I want The Cure.
The Cure.
Actually, no, I don't want The Cure, because I know I have too much information about The Cure, and I don't know how I'm going to pare it down.
Well, you're going to have to. All right.
Let me pick. So who picks?
So this is the show is August 31st.
Yes, it's going to be at what they call the Brookside at the Rose Bowl.
All right. I have no idea what that is, but I'm excited about it.
Certainly, it's going to be fun.
I hope so. It'll be a lot of fun. All right.
Okay, so I'm going to pick, then you're going to pick, then I'm going to pick, or do I get
Correct.
to pick 5 first?
No. Pick one. Only one.
Do I read it now?
Yes. Read it out loud, and then you write it in your notes.
Okay.
Who do you got?
The Pixies.
Okay.
That's good.
Good pick.
Yeah, I'm happy for that.
I'm happy for that. All right. They have a new album coming out soon. There's I might have to send you some stuff, because there's a Pixies podcast you might want to listen to. All right.
Oh, good idea.
All right. Here we go.
I don't have time to listen to podcasts.
All right, here we go. I have the Joy Formidable.
Excellent.
The
Okay.
Joy Formidable. I'm going to have to learn how to say formidable. Formidable.
That should be your first order of business.
The Joy Formidable. There we go. Okay.
I get to pick another one?
Go ahead.
Okay, you don't have to mix them up. I'm just going to...
And now close your eyes.
Okay.
Pick. What do you got?
Throwing music.
Throwing muses.
I think you missed an S at the end. It's throwing muses.
There you go. Well, that's the first fun fact. Throwing muses. Very good. All right. My pick is, I have Emma Ruth Rundle.
Okay, excellent. I can't wait to hear some tidbits about Emma Ruth.
Me too.
All right.
Who do you got?
Next, let me feel for The Cure. You probably didn't even put The Cure in here. Chelsea Wolfe.
Oh, one of my favorites.
Oh, okay. So maybe I can tell you something about her that you do not know.
I hope so. This will be exciting, because I will not miss her. But I'm kind of curious to see if you like her. She terrifies me.
Am I going to like her? Terrifies you like in a Courtney Love kind of way? Or?
You'll find out. You'll see.
Yeah, I've never heard anything.
Research. Okay. I have the Twilight Sad.
Okay. Don't know anything about them, so I'm looking forward to learning.
A lot. Look at this. This is interesting how this is playing out.
Yeah, it is,
They're still...
Deftones. Okay.
Deftones.
I can work with this stuff.
Well, you can work with all of these.
Yes, I know.
That's funny. There seems to be one band missing.
Did you even put it in there?
Probably not. I still have Kayleen Mikla.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
so
boy, indeed.
There should be 2 left.
Is there 2 left? Who do you got?
I'm going for this one. I got him!
Okay, you got The Cure.
Yeah.
And I got Mogwai.
Okay.
Very good.
Excellent. Okay, I can't wait to do this. I'm chomping at the bit.
Nice.
to get to researching.
Okay, so you have your assignment. You have 2 weeks. Give me your favorite songs if you're interested in the band or some fun tidbit.
You got it.
All right, so let's get on with the show now. We will suddenly, miraculously go 2 weeks into the future, and here we go. 2 weeks into the future on the What Difference Does It Make podcast.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me? Is this thing on?
Yes, everyone can hear you.
Okay.
It's me that they have problems hearing.
It's true.
Shut up.
I'm
Yes.
Okay.
It's very soothing.
It is soothing.
Right. Calm, clear.
It's soothing.
Oh my God. Hey, Holly.
Hey. Oh, you're using your outside voice.
Yeah. Welcome to the future.
Welcome to What Difference Does It Make?
Welcome to What Difference Does It Make? The future. You just heard us 2 weeks ago when we played you our lottery picks for the Daydream Festival that is coming up.
It's actually called the Pasadena Daydream Festival, I think is the full name in case anybody wants to go online and see it or buy tickets.
Yes. Tickets are still available.
Yeah, and the whole thing was curated by Robert Smith of The Cure, so he handpicked the artists.
He did indeed. I don't know if you've ever heard of the Meltdown Festival. Have you ever heard of this?
I have not.
Okay, this is a thing that goes down in England, and it's actually pretty cool. I think the Pasadena Daydream Festival is based on this Meltdown Festival. Robert Smith actually curated the Meltdown Festival. Every year they pick a different artist to curate the concert. So in the past they've had Morrissey, Elvis Costello, Nick Cave, Patti Smith, David Bowie, Ornette Coleman, Yoko Ono. You get the picture.
Yeah.
So a lot of these artists that Robert Smith had play at the Meltdown Festival last year are now at the Daydream Festival. Very
interesting. That's a very interesting fact. Thank you for letting me know.
Sure. I'll let you know who played the Meltdown Festival. Okay. So some of these are actually a lot of the bigger names did not play the Meltdown Festival. A lot of these artists that we had not heard of had played the Meltdown Festival. It's kind of a nice introduction.
I think I'm going to look it up because I'd like to know who. Those seem like great curators, fun curators.
They are indeed. All right. So as you heard, we had our picks and we're going in order of font. So from small font to large font.
Meaning the first artist, the earliest artist on the bill,
right,
to the biggest artist on the bill.
Right. So when the show starts, I think our first episode, the episode we're going to play, part 1, will be all the small font bands. A lot of bands that will be playing in the afternoon and twilight.
Then we're going to work our way up to the Cure.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. I gave that away, didn't I? As if nobody knew who was headlining this festival.
Yes, the Cure is.
Don't reprimand me for that.
Spoiler alert, Cure is going to headline this festival.
Wouldn't they give us a surprise if they actually went on first?
It'd be nice if Robert Smith was the MC.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, how you feeling tonight?
Not sure he would be a great MC.
No, he would not. But it'd be funny.
Charming, but not,
He is charming.
He's totally charming.
He's Prince Charming. No, that's Adam Ant is Prince Charming.
Yes, we know that. We're clear on that.
All right, so what happened with our lottery picks is I seem to get a lot of these small font bands. And you got all the large ones. I don't know how that happened, but it is the way of the world. Yeah. So I will be in charge of episode 1 for the most part. 80% of this show will be me, and then episode 2 it'll be you just bringing it home.
Okay. Oh God, that's a lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure. You're the headliner. Oh. I'm the small fonts. It's really small nervous. Font Dave and large font Holly.
Okay, you're making me really nervous because I know that you know everything about these. You know a lot of about these bands.
No, I don't.
Okay, well, we'll see. Okay, so who are you going to start off with?
All right, so I'm starting off with. Don't give me the paper.
How do you spell the first name?
All right, I'm going to get into that.
Checked the pronunciation?
Yes, I did.
You're awesome. You're so thorough. Okay,
oh my
you're
God.
Right. You got to edit this out that I would actually doubt you. Except that I know you pronounced Gerard Huerta wrong last one of our previous episodes.
Right. Okay, so the reason you are suspect is because the A and the E are kind of merged together. It's Icelandic. This is the name of a band.
Oh.
Kalen Mikla. So AE is it's called an ash. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
And it's the merging of the A and the E. You kind of pronounce it like have or that or and.
So Kalin.
Kalin Mikla, which is Icelandic. They're a trio from Iceland. It's an Icelandic word. It's 2 words. It means cool, great.
Oh, what a great name for a band.
Yeah, cool, great.
That's like We Are Awesome.
Pretty much. And they are pretty awesome. It's kind of, I was listening to them, it's kind of like if Björk was the lead singer for The Cure.
Oh.
Yeah.
Very good description.
Yeah, it's very cool. And I'm not even going to attempt to try and say what the name of their latest album is. Not efter not, which means night after night.
That actually sounds Icelandic. I mean, the way you pronounce it sounds Icelandic.
Yeah. They sing Icelandic. So it's like if...
Björk was singing her native tongue.
Yeah, Björk or Sigur Rós. I mean, there's a lot of... Iceland's one of those countries I want to visit one day. One day.
I hear it is wonderful.
See the Northern Lights. But yeah, they have a quote saying, being here on an island, we're surrounded by nature and crazy weather, sun all night in the summer, and the winter is so dark. I feel that influences our music a lot and the folklore we've all grown up with. So our new album is focusing a lot on nightmares and dreams and being in that middle state of consciousness with some sadness and fairy tales mixed in. Sounds like The Cure.
Yeah, it does.
Well,
one of the questions I'm glad you're commenting to that, because one of the assignments you gave me was to you asked me why do I think Robert Smith picked this artist.
Yeah.
And you're telling me I think it's obvious when you listen to all of them, pretty much.
It was kind of fun to play all this music.
Yeah.
Which will be on our Spotify playlist. We'll have selected songs from each artist.
Yes.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun to hear this band and to kind of discover their sound, and it's a band I'm looking forward to seeing.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see them. Except we'll have to be there right at 3:00.
We will. We're going to get there. We got to get there early. I don't know. We got to have an escape route also.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so let's go to number 2. The next artist is Emma Ruth Rundle, and I have fallen in love with Emma Ruth Rundle, which I tend to do. But
tell me why. One reason. What is attractive?
Actually,
about
the
her
reason I did was she was Amoeba Records has a What's in My Bag, where they pick out albums and they kind of talk about the artists or why they pick these albums. And so she's very articulate in what she talks about, and she loves like some really interesting things. She did remind me a lot of Chelsea Wolfe, who we will talk about later. Okay. She is from LA, but I think she's currently based out of Louisville. It's funny just looking at she's 35, but she was born in 1983. That's the year Pornography came out.
Pornography, the album, not actual pornography.
No, Pornography was invented, I think, earlier, like 82, 81, something like that.
Yes.
Actually, I think that's when I discovered it. Never mind. Off topic.
I think you probably discovered it before.
Yeah. So anyway, and the What's My Bag, she picked Tom York's Suspiria soundtrack. Mm-hmm. There's this band called Yob, which is she described as sludgy and doomier metal, but uplifting. Yes. She picked Emmylou Harris, Wrecking Ball, and Smashing Pumpkins' Siamese Dream, and I love all those things. There's a lot of darkness into it, but could possible love songs too, or that's. I mean, there's a mixture of the light and the dark in her music. It's actually what I wrote down. She sounds like Tori Amos, but similar in sound than Chelsea Wolfe.
No, I'm looking forward to hearing her.
Yeah, she released an album under the name Headless Prince of Zolpidem, which and I had to look up Zolpidem, which is a sedative affecting chemicals in the brain that may be unbalanced in people with sleep problems. Sounds like Robert Smith of The Cure. That's used to treat insomnia. As Kalin Mikla kind of talked about, it's a little bit of the middle state of talking about nightmares and dreams. And there was this one song, Light Song. It's her latest album is called On Dark Horses. And Light Song, I guess I can read some of the lyrics. I outlive the day, I outrun the night, hoping he is waiting to dress me all in white, and it feels light. Could be a wedding. Wade out in the water, now with you, my love. There's nothing like the feel of it and you. We outshine the sun, we outrise the moon. And if you'll be here waiting, I'm coming to you soon. And it feels light. And then the
Then the darkness sets in.
Then there's a turn.
The darkness sets in.
Then it's wade out in the water now with you, my love. There's nothing like the feel of it in you. Lay back in the water, black with you, my love. Crown my love with flowers. I crown my love with light. To lay back in the water, dressed up all in white. So there's something going on there.
Yeah.
But very intriguing, and I'm really looking forward to seeing her.
That should be fun.
Okay, there we go.
Does this seem like a good time to take a break?
This is a perfect time to take a break. Let's do that right now. On to the, I guess it's all me.
You're talking a lot.
I know. This is, all right. You'll take the next one, all right?
I'll take the next one.
Okay.
If you say so. Who's this?
80%. All right. So next band, The Twilight Sad. Another band that played Meltdown.
Did you know them?
No. I've heard of them. Not that familiar with them.
Okay.
Also, Emma Ruth had played Meltdown. So these three bands have played last year at the Meltdown.
Oh, okay.
Apple Music calls them the Glasgow, Scotland Miserablists.
I think that's probably a running theme here.
Oh, yeah. Can you find the theme? They record on Rock Action Records, which is Mogwai's label.
Oh. To be discussed.
Yes. And their last album is called It Won't Be Like This All the Time. So uplifting, indeed. They're from Scotland, so he must have this heavy, heavy Scottish accent. Because usually when someone sings, I think actually in Scotland, it's very heavy. So even when you sing, you can hear that Scottish accent. And you could hear that Scottish brogue in all their songs. It's kind of fun.
I love a Scottish accent, but you have to actually decipher it.
You really got to focus on it. And I'm sure when he talks to the audience, we'll have no clue what he's saying. So yeah, their most Cure lyric that I found, it's from their latest album. It's called Shooting Dennis Hopper. Are you not scared? I saw you kill him the back stairs. It's just a little quote like, oh, okay.
Huh. Something to draw you in.
Kind of In the Air Tonight, that Phil Collins song. Yes. I saw what you did.
Oh, you're scaring me.
So, okay. Twilight's kind of a big sound, though. I think it's going to translate well. I think this is they'll be a good band to see. So I am very excited about seeing the Twilight Sad.
Okay.
All right, I've talked enough for this.
I get my one for this episode.
Take this one and do with what you will.
So that would be Chelsea Wolfe.
Nice.
Okay. So I had not heard her. So this was kind of fun for me. I listened to a few songs, I watched a few videos, and I found her to be very similar to Amy Lee of Evanescence.
Okay.
Which I don't think you're a fan, but you profess to like Chelsea Wolfe, so I think you might want to listen to some Evanescence.
Okay.
Yeah. Who super talented. I like them. So Chelsea Wolfe, first of all, the font. I was looking for information, and the font. Speaking of, as we were speaking of the last few weeks with Nick Longo, the font is pretty goth.
Yes.
For her name that she uses. But the funny thing is, okay, her music is obviously pretty dark.
Yes.
Or I don't know if that's obvious, but it is pretty dark.
But I've heard in the past has been dark.
Yes.
But she has a new album that's coming out.
She has a new album coming out in September called Birth of Violence.
Okay.
So I'm guessing that also might be dark. I did listen to a little bit, and that's what made me draw the comparison to Amy Lee. But that is not the song that you asked me. First, wait, I want to tell you something funny about this.
Okay.
Here's your fun fact, because she's pretty dark. Her middle name is Joy.
Nice. Love it.
And her dad was a country singer.
Okay.
So it makes for an interesting background. So I read a few reviews of her work and some descriptions of her. And they say that the center of her work, there's always been her woeful longing and beguiling gravity, which I thought was pretty descriptive. I found it kind of ethereal. Her voice is a little ethereal. But the song, because you asked me to pick lyrics the most Cure lyrics, the lyrics that were most similar to Cure lyrics. So I listened to a bunch of songs, but the one that I found, and you'd have to listen to the song. I mean, I'll read you some of the lyrics, but it's from her album Abyss from 2015. Do you know this album?
I've heard the album, but please enlighten me.
The song I found was Iron Moon. And really, all these artists, you can easily see why Robert Smith chose them to, for this festival. You could read the lyrics to almost any of their songs, and there would be similarities to Cure. You could feel, you just get a Cure feel. But the song I chose was called Iron Moon. A dead sun, a pale glow upon the walls I feign to know. We bear no fruit, no flowers, no life, and we get sick but never die. Become an echo, resounding let go. My heart is a tomb, my heart is an empty room. And that's just the beginning of the song. Yeah.
It's great stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I became familiar with her when she opened up for Queens of the Stone Age.
Oh.
And that was a few years, it was at the Universal Amphitheater, so it was a long time ago. But
Before it became the Gibson?
Well, no, I'm sure it was the Gibson back then, but it was never the Gibson in my mind. Just hearing her and this loud sound and it's tough in a concert to make out the lyrics, but there was some heavy shit going down. I think you could definitely get that. And so I kind of, listened to a lot of her music, and that, which was also heavy and dark and very Cure-ish. This new album, though, it's a little different. It looks like she's making it more accessible, possibly. Did you listen to some of her new songs?
I listened
maybe that's what made you think of Amy Lee, because it's a little more, not poppy, but just a little more open. It's a little more acoustic based.
It's her, I've heard Amy Lee play, or Evanescence. I didn't see her solo, but I've listened to her solo stuff. And it's not upbeat. But really her voice is what kind of draws you in. It's pretty ethereal, but not in an Enya kind of way.
Yeah.
I mean, she is strong. She's a strong performer. She has got a strong voice, but the quality of it is what I found similar. So I'm not really comparing to, yes, the first song I listened to was from the new album, or watched was from the new album. They kind of gave you a snippet of it, a video.
Yeah.
And even her look a little bit was similar to Amy Lee, but you may say it's more uplifting, but I don't know if I would say uplifting, but maybe not as dark.
Yeah.
But still, it's called Birth of Violence, so.
Looking forward to it. So are you looking forward to seeing her?
I am looking forward to seeing her.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it should be. I want to get the Amy Lee I want to judge her because I do like Amy Lee and Evanescence, but I want to get that out of my mind because I want to judge her on her own merits.
Sure. It's hearing the music is one thing. Seeing them perform live is a completely different animal. I think you can feel their personality or how they bring across the music to an audience, how they present it to the audience. It's that's where I think fans are. That's where you initially get your fan base. It's
alive.
I think it's tough. Yeah, I think sometimes it's tough just hearing a song, like just listening to music.
It has to be. It's like it has to be 10 times more effective if you're just listening to it.
Yes, I think so. So I think that's why I became a fan of Chelsea Wolfe, is watching her perform. Like, oh my, just if I had just heard that music, I probably would have turned it off immediately.
Yeah.
But knowing what she's about, I was like, I'm all in. So, all right, excellent.
One more, or
yes, okay. So this will be the last one we'll talk about on this episode, and then we're going to do the quiz deck.
So we're going to do the quiz deck, and then we're going to move on.
And then we'll wrap it up, and then we'll until next week. Okay, so the Joy Formidable, which I learned how to say.
Very good.
Thank you.
That's enough. Okay, we can
wrap
this up now.
They also played the Meltdown Festival. Another trio. They're from Wales. The first song on the new album is called Arth, with 3 A's, Aarth, and that first song is in their native, what is it, Welsh tongue. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I had no idea what they were saying. The band dynamic is interesting in that it's a woman named Rhiannon Bryan, who goes, I guess, by the nickname Ritzy, and her childhood friend Rydian Daffyd is what I'm going to say. Rydian Daffyd. I'm going to go with that.
Okay.
Childhood friends, became a couple, then broke up. Still in the band. Little Fleetwood Mac thing going on there. So that always makes it interesting. And they broke up a couple years ago. Obviously, the new album, ARF, comes out. I don't know.
Okay,
and you would think that might be, they might write about this, their relationship.
Did the third member have anything to do with any of this?
Well, the drummer never has anything to do with anything.
That's true.
The drummer, we'll mention his name, Matthew James Thomas.
So he's the only Welsh?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, probably. But yeah, you got Rhiannon, Rydian, and Matthew, and just Matt. Hey, Matt. Yeah. So everyone's got intriguing names, and then there's Matt, the drummer.
Okay. Dark.
No.
Oh, okay. Good.
There's a quote from Pitchfork, which when I was listening to him, like, this is they have a big rock sound.
Oh.
Very cool. And then I found this quote from Pitchfork that said, when firing on all cylinders, they could be the heaviest rock band that you would never think of classifying as metal, or the most pop-friendly act to drop the occasional blast beat. So you listen to them, you think Muse or Foo Fighters, and they've actually opened up for both of those bands. And listening to them, it's like, oh, okay, I hear that. They definitely have, like, Foo Fighters, Muse, just kind of like a big arena rock sound, which is going to be very cool to see.
So I think of all these that we've discussed so far,
yes,
I may be looking forward to them the most.
Okay. Yeah, so again, they were a couple, childhood friends, couple, broke up. So there's the single is called The Wrong Side. And the lyrics are, is it done or is it a drag? Waking up stressed, great. Stepping out into a person. Is you about today? Well, the universe, it tipped a bit and left me with half a share. The children love the box again, the animals right there. And the voices from the past say the future will be kinder. They're living all our memories. Some of us need reminding. Glad I didn't stay back in a bitter embrace. There's a fire that needs putting out with the sun on our faces. Could be talking about past relationship. So
could be.
Need to move on.
Code words in there.
A lot of codes in there. Yeah, exactly. I would have no idea what this song was about unless I knew, like, oh yeah, they broke up. That's
You'd have to know it.
Yes, I think so. But yeah, this will be a big, one where you probably light your big lighter if you actually had one.
I'm going to bring one, or I'm just going to use the light from my iPhone.
Yes.
If
Wonderful.
it's not daytime, when these guys go.
I have a feeling they'll probably go on around twilight, so it'll be kind of cool to see them.
Dusk.
Yes.
Okay.
This will be a good dusk band. And there you go. Let's wrap this up and go to our quiz deck.
Quiz deck. Okay.
Yay.
You going to pick a card?
I will. Okay, so I'll pick this one.
Okay. And
for part one, and you will pick for part two.
Okay. So I'm going to read you the question.
Okay, that's right. Go ahead.
All right. Match the artist below with their 80s hit single.
Okay.
And as a bonus, what year was each single released?
All right.
Okay. So we're going to go, Aha will be the first band.
Take On Me.
All right.
I will guess. Wow. Take On Me. Oh, my God. I will not. Okay, so it was during MTV era. It's got to be 83, 82?
85.
85. Oh, okay.
Did you know they were Norwegian?
I did.
Okay. Devo.
Whip It.
These are all multiple choice, but you're getting them without the
Whip
other.
It, 1980.
Yep.
Okay.
And Tears for Fears.
Well,
so
everybody wants to rule the world. There's a lot in there. Go.
So Matt, we're matching the artist below with their hit single. So you've already guessed two of them. So your choices are Sowing the Seeds of Love or Blister in the Sun.
Yeah. So Sowing the Seeds of Love. I was in college. I remember listening all the time, and it was after. It's so funny. I'm going through my college career. It had to be like 88.
Close. It was 89.
Ugh. Okay.
But that's very good. That's good.
Yeah. Okay. So that was 89, and then Violent Femmes, Blister in the Sun.
Yep.
83, which we will be talking about eventually one day. We will get to talking about 1983. Correct?
82.
82.
So, well, you know what? It might have been it was from their self-titled 82 debut album.
All right.
And then it was used in the soundtrack for Grosse Pointe Blank from 1997.
Certainly was.
Yeah. All right.
All
Very
right.
good, Dave.
Thank you so much. Wow. All right. Well, I'm more excited about all these bands now that I've listened to the small font. Usually small font bands are like, all right, we're going to go for a drink and,
yeah, well,
come
we're
back
still going to
later.
go
Or
for a
arrive
drink.
later. Yes, we will.
That's going to be a long day if we're going for all these bands.
It is a long, long day. It's going to be a lot of fun, though.
It is going to be fun. So thanks for listening to part one on our What Difference Does It Make pregame Pasadena Daydream.
By the way,
Festival.
are you going to be posting live on our Instagram feed?
Wouldn't that be a great idea?
That would be a great idea. We're going to have to learn how to do that.
I'm really glad you thought of that. Maybe we'll do a Facebook Live.
We could do all that stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
How about it?
Yeah. So follow us on Instagram and Facebook. I don't know how you do that. Where are we?
And Twitter. We're WDDIM Podcast or What Difference Does It Make Podcast on Facebook.
Okay. That's exciting. All right. Wonderful.
All right. See you for part 2.
All right. Until next week, this is Dave.
This is Holly.
Check you later.
Over and out.